Maybe. And the really awful part about this is that I have no idea how to get back here. Because when I spawned this world, I had to basically run through a couple of different biomes to be able to find a village. And I didn't record that because I honestly didn't know if I was even going to keep this world seed. If I couldn't find a village in a good amount of time, I was just going to start over. Or if I couldn't, if it didn't look like it was in a good place, I was just going to delete it and start a new seed. So that's where I got. So if I die, I have no clue where I'm going to spawn. And I have no clue how to get back here. So I really should, at the very least, probably take a look at these coordinates. 1126 and 218. So remember that, 1126, 218. If we die, that's where we need to run back to, but that will be an awful run, no doubt. So I have no idea if sheeps spawn in a certain biome or if they spawn everywhere just randomly, because we're in the desert, and I'm trying to think back on the little bit of Minecraft that I've played. I can't remember ever seeing sheep in the desert. Maybe I have, and I just am not remembering it. But then again, I haven't played a ton of jungle biomes, but I don't remember seeing sheep in jungles either. And that could just be a coincidence, and maybe there are sheep everywhere that animals spawn. Maybe animals just spawn in equal parts randomly everywhere, but I can't think of ever seeing a sheep. And so we've got some creepers. There's a ton of pigs. Jeez. I need to just keep moving, I think. I think that's the right strategy here, is to just keep moving. And you can hear the zombies taking down the, trying to take down the doors, which is new for 1.2, is the zombies can actually break down doors now in the villagers. And I haven't seen the Iron Golem yet, which is that guy, that huge guy that's supposed to protect the villagers. Look at this guy trying to break down the door. And then you got another one up here. I really hope a creeper doesn't come up behind me and blow up these houses. Oops. Look at this, you just hear them everywhere, banging down every door. It's like every single door has a zombie. So if they do break down the door, is there a way to rebuild the door? Like, do the villagers actually rebuild the door? Look at this guy. I opened up the door, and now he's gonna kill the villager. Yep, I just saved you. You're welcome. Even though it was my fault for letting him in the first place. Alright. So these guys are under siege, and that's bad. And we still don't have a bed, so this is going to be an ongoing thing every night until we do that. So the first thing that we need to do is really get a bed. And there are enemies everywhere. And so we need to get some sheep. And then what I'm going to do, I think, is build myself a house. And I think for right now, I'm going to build it in the village or near the village. So that'll be kind of our first expansion of the village, is going to be our own house. But what I eventually want to do is get every house in the village to do something for me also. So the villagers can use it, and that's fine. But I also want to have it as a purpose for me. So I want to have one house that's maybe the redstone shack, and another one that's my cobblestone gallery, where I just have chests full of cobblestone. And so I'm kind of going to have it like a market square or like a shopping center, where you can just kind of go in, get what you need, and leave. And the villagers can live in there, and that's fine. But I think that if we had a house for every item in the game, that would be quite a few houses. And then we can certainly have houses that are just for everyone else. You know, just random houses that don't really serve a huge purpose. But I guess we need to try and find some sheep over here. I have really no idea why they're not. What is this guy? He can, like, fly. Alright. Oh. Probably should eat something. Alright. Into the woods. So now the other thing that you guys can give me some feedback on as well is what do we want to do for style of the village? You know, it's pretty plain the way it is right now. Nice, and we've got enough sheep for a bed. That's amazing. It's pretty plain. The village houses, you know, I'm not going to lie, they're pretty simple. They're basically nothing but cobblestone, wood planks, gravel sidewalks. They get a little bit fancy with some fence posts, but that's about it. And so let me know, what do you think we should do? Should we keep it the same pattern? Kind of have just, you know, the same wood planks, cobblestone houses? Or should we fancy it up a little bit, use some different materials? Or should we have different areas of the town that are a little bit different? So this could be kind of the old town where it's, you know, looks just like this. And then we could have maybe a little higher end district where we use some better materials, maybe the smooth stone, some different woods, that type of thing. And then we could have like a really expensive neighborhood where we use, you know, maybe iron blocks or different things like that. I don't know. So it's exciting. So let me know, what do you think we should do? And so now let's go ahead and build ourselves a house and make a bed and all that good stuff. And so here's kind of what I'm thinking is we're going to bring this down by the water and we're going to bring it out this way. And I'm not sure if we want to keep it up here on this level and just kind of have it overlooking, or what we should do, because it looks like it's a little uneven, which is definitely a disappointment. And then we need to get some more wood so that we can get the building materials for our bed. Okay, we're back. What we've got now is we have a little bit of resources. We've got a stack and a half of cobble and some wood and another almost full stack of wood. So we're all set. We've got a bed made, got some torches, some coal. So we're all set. So I think what the next step is going to be is to go ahead and make a home that's going to be our home, where we have our bed and our chest. And I kind of want it to be near all of this, but it might be a little bit bigger house. So I'm thinking that we'll probably blow out all this sand here, make a few more villagers, connect the village, and then we can put our house right over here. And so I think what I'm going to do is keep it the same consistency that they have. For the most part, we'll probably just use some cobble base and cobble roof, just wooden planks there. So it's going to be really pretty basic for now. But the one thing that I don't have is a shovel, and I probably should get a shovel made here real quick. So let's go ahead and throw this down over here, just out of the way. And we'll go ahead and make a stone shovel to get started with. And we'll clear out some of this sand. And then we'll build just a small house to start with. It might eventually be a little bit bigger, but probably not our permanent base home. And that's something I'm going to definitely need your feedback on, is if we should keep our house as part of the village or if we should have it somewhere else and then just travel down to the village at some point, because I'm not exactly sure how far this is going to go or where the best vantage point is going to be. And then once we get our house done and kind of have just a base camp where we have an actual spawn and a chest to keep some things in, some extra food, then we're going to need to probably start with a mine shaft and get some resources, because with all these tools are going to come, you know, the need for more resources. I've already almost used up my sword and my pickaxe that I got from these guys, and then we're going to need to build obviously new ones. And I probably shouldn't be using stone tools. It's probably really inefficient. We should probably try and get some diamond stuff as soon as we can and just kind of go from there. So what I'm thinking is we'll probably build our house and then go get some resources and then come back. And then that way we can start expanding the village right away. Because I think that's what's going to be the most exciting part of this, is expanding the village. And there's some big ideas that I've got for this. I'm not sure how to implement them though, because I'm not very good with redstone, and I'm not the most amazing building designer in the world either. And so part of this is going to need to have some help from you guys, the viewers that are watching this, to kind of give me ideas on what we should be doing here. But for now, let's just go ahead and get our house set up here. I'm not really sure what the purpose of cactus is in this game. If it's just purely cosmetic, I've never actually seen a use for it. I've never gone out and specifically tried to actually farm cactus for anything at all. I know obviously it can damage things. I've seen people use it in traps before, but I just don't really see the point in it myself. And so let's see if there's a road or some kind of path that we want to use to expand. So they use gravel, which I really hate. I might actually replace that with something else later on. And I don't really know why the gravel goes up. Like, it's just really built on just kind of a weird plane. Like, there's this up here and then this down here and then just random pieces of gravel all over the place, which doesn't really give me a great place to go off of here. But I guess we could expand this and make this all gravel, make this our road. So if this path came through, I guess we could have our front door. Should have made more than one shovel. I guess we could make this kind of our front door. And so then we would make this out of cobble. And then we'll have to see if the cobble is... I guess the cobble is one step above the normal floor, isn't it? So they've got the floor. No. Yeah, the floor's cobble, but do you always walk up to it? No, because here the path, they've got stairs going up to it. So if we maintain that, but then they don't here. So I don't know who designed this, but it has no consistency whatsoever. So I guess we just kind of do our own thing. Alright, so I guess let's lay cobble as a base. And how big should we make this here? Let's maybe make it like 8 by 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because that'll use 64 cobble. And it's going to be getting dark out here soon, so we kind of need to hurry with this, actually. It's getting dark quicker than I had hoped, which is probably not great. Alright, so then we're going to go wood. Wood on top of it. And I think we're going to be pretty safe pretty quick here. With the exception of spiders, probably. And now, I wonder if the villagers... If we have villagers, will they go through double doors? Like, what are the rules for villagers? That's kind of what I don't really know or understand too much. And so now 8 by 8 probably wasn't great because it doesn't really leave us with a center point. It's like both of these are centers. So that's my question is, can we build double doors? Will the villagers come through it? And I guess we could go that route and just have double doors, and then that could be just kind of our test to see if the villagers actually do that. But let's grab this guy here, get inside, make a door real quick, and then we can get some sleep. Throw our bed down. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 6. And we'll put these guys here. And of course, I always do that. I always move the wrong tool, the one that I want.